Hello, everyone. This is Ranger Rob, and welcome to the Ranger Rob Country Living Podcast. Yes, sirree, Bob, and yes, it is a sparkling day in Central Oregon. So, I've been having trouble with my sound. So, if I have any trouble during the show, it's John and Debbie's fault.
Oh, thanks.
So, anyway, guys, let's see, audio. Okay, remember the audio. So I got to remind everybody, this is also a audio podcast. So if you have a podcast software in your cell phone and you like to listen to podcasts, just go into your software, type in Ranger Rob Country Living Podcast, and it should come up because we're on many platforms. And put us in there, and we're up to 81 episodes. So there's plenty to listen to. So, and those of you who are joining us today, we just lost John. I think
I'm back.
Hey, John, welcome back.
I inhaled some coffee. I don't drink coffee.
Anyway, yeah. So, are you using your Ranger Rob cup?
Like with that was
That's
the
the
question.
problem.
Okay. So, before we get started, first of all, we got to make a big determination here. Where is Rev? Question is, where is Rev today? Could he be in America? Could he be in another country or another state? Let's find out.
Let's find out.
You're in
the driveway.
I'm in your driveway.
We're gonna try this again.
Your driveway.
I'm not done yet. I'm stubborn. I'm going to make this thing work.
What happened?
Here we go. Question is, where is Rev today? Could he be in America? I thought you were in Seattle. In another country or another state? Let's find out. Why is everything broken?
I'm somewhere in this general area, right here.
Very nice.
Rob always thinks I'm in Seattle. I get the feeling that Rob doesn't like this game. Because he always guesses Seattle. Like, I'm not in Seattle. he just doesn't want to think of Atlanta or something.
I figured that you're in Portland.
Yeah.
Because if you live in Portland, you're constantly in the dark.
I thought all of Oregon was just Portland. I thought it was just one big rectangle.
Oh no.
Debbie thinks I'm in my driveway. What about you there, Johnny Appleseed? What you got?
I think you're in North Carolina. I'm not so. I'm trying to see what's out your little side window there. God,
I don't know. It kind of looks like a water buffalo.
See,
there is water buffalo nearby.
I don't know. I'm just going to say North Carolina.
Okay. What you got? Ranger Rob says Seattle again.
I think you're in your closet.
Daylight there. Oh, that one hurt, Rob. Ouch. What you got, John?
You're definitely on the East Coast because it's almost dark.
Yeah, I'm on the East Coast. I'm almost always on the East Coast.
So I would say your driveway.
You are correct. I am in my driveway. That is not a water buffalo back there, though. That is a 97 Chevy Silverado, which is very close to a water buffalo.
Yeah. Jack said
yeah, they are.
He's in his driveway.
Yeah, I'm in the driveway. Well, Mindy's got to know.
He's home. Yeah, I mean, that's what Mindy was. She was saying, "Where is he? Where is he?"
Well, I was at the Tennessee Smokies game yesterday, and I posted a picture to try to throw you guys off. You know what I mean? I'm thinking about this all week. All week, I'm worried about this game. Like, is Rob going to guess Seattle again? But yeah, I'm at the house.
Oh, Jack, that's funny.
You're in the show.
Fireball.
I am in the show.
You process fireball.
Oh, okay.
How did that go, Rob?
So it appears I'm having some kind of difficulty over here on my side because everything I highlight to turn on the
Spit it out.
Yeah, I was
What?
trying to highlight that, but
Boy, he is having all sorts of problems.
I'm telling
Too
you.
high tech. It's too high tech.
So yeah,
Yeah.
he sold Fireball and processed him.
Oh,
Hello.
I didn't know about the selling.
wow, I'm back.
There you are.
That was quick.
I'm having a tough day. Anyway, coming back here, I was going to answer Jack Walsh his thing about Fireball. We lost one of our pigs just a few days ago. We had it processed, and so we're down to one more feeder. So that's what Fireball is all about. So he is now in freezer camp. So is my sound still working?
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
That's great.
Sounds good now.
Okay, so
Don't
hopefully
touch
we're
anything.
there. So far, so good. All right, having a little rough start here, but we'll get it. So that's what we get for taking a week off.
See?
So the next thing coming up here also is, do we have? Oh my gosh, everything's messed up here. Come on. Do we have any shout outs? It's time for RangerRob shout outs. Yes, this is the time we want to recognize businesses, websites, and services. Here's today's spotlights. All right, that worked. So anybody have any shout outs today? Any shout
Buddy
outs?
Jack.
Come on, guys.
Shout
Work
out.
with me.
Man,
I got a shout out. I
thank
got
you,
a
Dad.
shout out to Amy. We miss her.
Yeah, how's Amy doing?
She's
Anybody?
doing good.
Oh,
She's doing good.
Good deal.
Yeah, shout out to Miss Amy.
How about you, Rob?
Yeah. Go ahead, Rob.
I haven't seen her for a while, so. Well, I just saying I haven't seen her in a while, so I don't know how she's doing.
She's
But-
doing kid stuff with 4-H and
Um,
that kind of thing. She's doing good. Planting gardens.
Nice. Nice.
Good.
Yeah, they're over there on their property. They're just going crazy. Yeah, probably trying to keep their mind off of everything.
They still haven't.
Did they ever get their greenhouse fixed?
No,
No, they're building a new one.
Oh, nice. Good deal.
Gotcha.
Any shout outs, Rev?
Well, anyway, since I don't know why we're having technical problems.
Go ahead,
Do you
Rob.
have any shout outs?
Oh yeah, I do have a shout out to one I've shouted out before is Stark Brothers Trees. You can find them online. That's who I bought my fruit trees from, and for some reason I planted this tree in February and I already got a peach on it, which makes no sense at all.
I seen that.
So shout out to Stark Brothers Trees, man. If you need to order fruit trees, order from them.
There's people over here that order from Stark. They
That's in Seattle, right?
they're not.
Yeah, I have no idea. No, if it was from Seattle, it wouldn't work so well.
Oh, so I'm fighting
They all-
sound quality
All your trees would
problems with
lean to
them.
the left. Doesn't grow that
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, it appears we got a serious delay going on, Rob.
So I'm hoping my internet will, and I don't know what's going on. So, but yes, I well, even if you got your trees from Portland, they'd lean to the left too.
Holy smokes! Yeah.
Wow.
So anyway,
and you know what that'll do? That'll slow the planet down because it'll act like a parachute.
I know. So I'm hoping it'll
All right, you guys.
solve itself. This is what we get for not doing a test. So today I wanted to talk about Idaho Pasture pigs,
Okay.
and
I miss
I can't
my
even
baby.
tell if I can't really tell even if the crew's hearing me at all. But anyway, so today I wanted to talk about Idaho Pasture pigs in couple areas. One is raising them, and of course in breeding, and also in processing.
We
And
lost Brad.
so a lot of us are, yeah. It's going to be a difficult day, I can see.
Jack,
So
John,
a
it's
lot
your
of us
turn
have gone.
next.
So a lot of us have gone through changes with our IPPs, and so anyway, and there's actually some things going on in the IPP world that they're having some. All I can say is, you're looking for an Idaho Pasture pig, make sure you use the Idaho Pasture Pig registry only, and leave it at that. So that's how you can tell if us breeders that are registered are actually raising true Idaho Pasture pigs. And anybody that's selling you an Idaho Pasture pig, make sure they're on the registry, and you can tell by going to the Idaho Pasture Pig registry and going to the directory, and then look under the state that you're buying your pigs from. And if they're not there, then they're not an Idaho Pasture Pig registered breeder. So you need to know that. All right, so Rev's back. Maybe it's
Hey,
I'm
Rev's
back.
fault. So anyway, so everybody on the panel here had or has Idaho Pasture Pigs. So I wanted to start off kind of a free for all. You guys can, whoever wants to go first, is I want you to talk about when you first started raising pigs. How did you start, and what was your first impressions of getting an Idaho Pasture Pig when this year, basically, or early last year, late last year?
oh, you want me to do it? We started out with coonies, which we found out way too fat.
Fatty.
Yeah, fatty. And then we went to Hershire, whatever they are, Berkshire, Hershire mix. And they were kind of okay, but they still had a lot of fat content. Then we got the Idaho Pasture Pigs, and those are just sweethearts. And when he processed them, there was hardly any fat. I mean, especially on Hulk. He was like solid meat.
Wow.
We just processed 5 of them, and we ended up with
1,416 pounds of meat.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're saying that there wasn't much of a fat layer on your Idaho Pasture Pigs? Because
Not at
mine
all.
have always had
He was-
about an inch.
Yeah, he was being real gentle in taking the skin off, and he was still cutting into the meat. I mean, there was hardly any fat.
Dang.
Well, we did ours a little bit later than yours, Rob. You did yours young, pretty young, because we did ours at 10 months.
Yeah, well, I just did one this week, so I had one that was older than that, and it was the same as all my pigs. I've always have about a 1-inch fat layer along its whole body, and a very good content, but not overly. But I mean, just a really nice blend of fat content, which that's flavor, people, and but not too fatty. So I was really impressed.
Yeah.
No matter what age my IPPs were, I always had a good fat content.
Well, Hulk liked to run around a lot. He ran around that pen all the time. And I think he wore off the fat that was on his back. I mean, he was a healthy pig. He topped out at 304.
Wow. That's
The big boy.
Yeah, he was.
Well, Dinky
So
was
when
what?
Yeah, Dinky still came out at 225.
The
Wow.
run of the pack.
And that was or was that
What?
was that hanging weight?
Yes.
Gotcha.
So, in fact, we go pick up the meat part of it tomorrow, but we still got to wait for the bacon because it's still got to cure and stuff.
Yeah. That is a process.
Yeah.
That is a process. I just finished last night smoking the jowl portion. They had great jowls on the 2 pigs I had, and it was this time the last ones I did I didn't save the jowls much. I mean, I threw it into sausage meat and stuff, but these were great jowls, so I went ahead and had them cured, and I just finished smoking them last night. So pretty amazing, but it is a process.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you, John Pearson? You, when you first got your pigs, did you notice anything different, unique about getting Idaho Pasture pigs?
Well, the first set of pigs I had, and I'm sure I've mentioned it before, were Idaho Pasture pigs. In theory, they were kind of an inbred mistake litter, batch of pigs. I don't know, a couple of brothers and sisters got in there or something. I'm not sure what, but they were good. They were good pigs, good. And so I haven't had anything else but Idaho Pasture pigs, but I do know the difference between my original 4 and the 2, Rob, that I got from you was incredible. The difference, night and day. To where I will never get anything else but a true IPP.
Yeah. So what differences did you notice?
Difference in sizes, temperaments.
They are just sweethearts.
Yeah, I had a couple of my first pigs had the little, what do you call the little
Waddles.
Oh, the waddles.
Like from the Cooney.
Yeah, they had some of those had them, some didn't. I had extra like little dew claw in the back on one of there was extra claws and all kinds of stuff. So we had some feed issues on the first batch. They were all decent pigs. I had one that was really aggressive, and they would push right through my hardened fence. So this go around we did the hardened fence plus wire, and just because but they were the first batch I could tell were just different. They were more of a pig. They all, if you looked at them, you would not think that they were all related, if you know what I mean. Body size, everyone was different. Every single one was different. They're all good, but every single one was different. So, but they were all supposedly the same, from the same litter.
So did you notice a difference between your last batch and this batch on the rooting?
Yes, the ones that I got from Rob were not as bad. The first set that I had, those things almost undermined a big chestnut tree I have in the backyard. I mean, they just went to town.
Now, see, we have the opposite experience.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the Coonies didn't dig at all. The second group that we got, they did a little bit, but nothing like these Idaho Pastures.
Yeah,
they tore up this place.
They were going to town.
Yeah, mine on this go around, they dug themselves little areas to lay down in, you know what I mean? So
yeah.
But no rooting, no tearing up the trees and all that kind of stuff. They actually did really, really well this batch. So
yeah, we
now, John, go
ahead.
Are you guys giving them minerals?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because that's what's supposed to stop them, I guess. But
yeah,
that's what they
said. Yeah, that's what they said, and we did, and yeah, they just the 2 younger ones didn't do as bad as Hulk and Jake. They tore that place up. I mean, I could have got into them, and you wouldn't even seen me. I mean, they were traitors.
Wow. So, Reb, Reb, so this is the first year that you've had piglets. Is it the first year you're actually having IPPs too?
Yeah, I went straight in with IPPs. Well, me and the wife had the benefit of the internet, and we were doing our research beforehand, before we bought the farm, a long time before we bought the farm. So when we bought the farm, we had a good idea of what chickens we wanted, what hogs we wanted, and what we didn't want. So no, we jumped straight in with IPPs, straight in with breeders, which maybe we should or should not have done. We should have started off with feeders the first time, but sometimes you overcommit, you know what I mean? And but I'm glad we did, really, to be honest with you. I mean, we're covered up in piglets right now, and I think we're about to have more. But it's a good problem to have, I guess. But yeah, we jumped straight in with IPPs, and we haven't had any problems, really, except for a deer tearing down the fence or something like that, and the hogs being in the front yard one time. But other than that, we haven't had any problems. Like you guys said, they're super sweet. They haven't been mean to us or anything like that. They just grunt at us, making their little monkey noises.
Yeah.
But they've been great, and even the piglets are great. All the piglets are great. A lot of them have the wattles. 9 males, 3 females, and the 3 females all have the wattles, and they're all solid white as well, where none of the other ones are. They're all like spotted black and white. So it's kind of peculiar, but it's been really good with them, to be honest with you. I'm glad that we chose these hogs. I would hate to have a hog that can push right through a fence the first time through, and me going, to Montgomery or something like that, and my wife's on the phone like the hog is gone, or something like that. I'm glad that we chose the hogs that we chose,
Yeah.
But with the benefit of the University of YouTube, it's hard. It's hard not to make the right decision if you're paying attention.
Have you done?
Have I done what, bud?
I think we lost him again.
Have you done your castrations on all those males yet?
No, it's supposed to happen this weekend. It was supposed to happen last weekend.
Have you done the castration on your male pigs yet?
It's supposed to be this weekend.
Repeat.
As for Elijah's question, no, I do not recommend coonies. I recommend Idaho pasture pigs. The growing time is the same.
Yeah, there's too much fat on cooney goods.
Yeah,
and
shoot.
The growing, no, they grow a little bit slower, I think.
Cooney coons are about 2 years, aren't they?
No,
we did ours in one.
We did ours at a year. Well, they were going to be the farm pet, but they just didn't work out for us. So we went ahead and processed, and it was just mostly fat. So yeah.
Gotcha.
So yeah, no, I would not request or suggest using cooney coons as a small meat breed.
They're cute.
They're very cute and they're very friendly. They'd be good for a pet, and that's about it. But they do get really big.
Yeah, and that's a lot of feed for one pet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would suggest the cooney coon as a pet only, because he had like 2 inches of fat all the way around him, plus throughout his body. If you wanted a pork chop, say, you'd have to take 4 out, so one person can have 2 to make a meal.
Wow.
It was all fat around it.
Huh.
So yeah, I would not suggest that as a meat pig. But yeah, they're just as friendly as the Idaho pasture pigs. They're great to have.
Yeah, she wanted to keep Hulk, and I said no. He eats too much to have around. Is just a pig.
I would have kept Hulk as our farm pig just because he acted so much like our other dog Ash.
And they both loved each other, the dog and the pig.
I tell you what, for dispatching, these 2 that I got from Rob, they were, we always say, hey, they're not pets and all that kind of stuff. My first 4, they didn't even tug a single heartstring, but these ones were just a little tougher. You know what I mean? This is our 3rd group, and this one was the hardest. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I was not here. I left after seeing Rob's being done. I figure I can see that because I'm not attached to him. Yeah, it ain't gonna happen. So I left, and yeah, this group was the hardest. They were so friendly, and each one of them had their own personality.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was hard.
Yeah, and you had no fear going in the pen.
Yeah.
They'd come running up to you just like a puppy dog.
The only fear I had with them, with Jake and Hulk, is if they would have knocked me down, I wouldn't have been able to get back up because they'd be right on me.
Yeah.
That's how friendly they were. Not being mean or anything. They were just overly friendly.
Rev, are you gonna process your own pigs then, or are you gonna have them done? What are we doing with them?
We're doing that.
It's still up in the air. I don't know. I might go down to Land's one of his seminars with the pigs. That's possible. Just because the wait is so long on processing out here. I mean, there is a lot of cattle out here where I live, and a lot of hogs as well. There's a lot of hog houses as well. So, I mean, the last time I checked, it was a good 8 months out to get an animal butchered. You know what I mean? So
Here in the Eugene
I
area,
might.
same.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I had one of those mobile butchers that Rob has around that came to his house. I mean, I'd do that in a heartbeat, but I don't think there is any here. There's one down in South Carolina, but none up here.
And the answer to the Facebook user's question, we just built a barn out of a carport enclosure.
Yep.
And it's a nice one too.
Yeah, I think.
I think.
Yeah, we have 2 paddocks in it, and actually we have rabbits in it also. But yeah, we're doing the deep litter method once we get it going.
I am back.
I'm
by
doing
the way.
that with.
I was gonna say, Rob,
What happened this time?
Actually, I went out and reset my internet. I was like, I don't know what's going on. So I went out there, just actually moved the antenna, reset the whole thing. I figured you guys can talk.
Hey, we'll
Well,
run
there
the
goes
show.
Rob again, or there goes Rev again.
We'll run the show, no problem. We
Yeah,
have
it's gonna be-
answering questions.
It's a tough night. Yeah, you guys are doing great. So I was like, I may as well go ahead and reset everything. So I kind of missed some of Rev's stuff there, but I also wanted to know if any of you guys are going to become in the future Idaho Pasture pig breeders.
Hello.
Hello.
In the process.
Did I freeze up again?
Not any time in the future for me. I mean, eventually, maybe when I retire, but I'm real happy with the feeders.
So are you guys becoming in the future? Are you guys going to become Idaho Pasture pig breeders?
We are. Anyways, we're getting our boar and sow at the end of July.
Are we losing everybody?
I think Rob is having difficulties again.
Yeah.
Once you guys get your pigs from
Burns.
Steve Sparks.
Then you got to register.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're already registered. We just have to transfer over. And goodbye. So, anyways, yes, we're getting our set the end of July when we get back from vacation. Rob don't want to hear that part though.
So, Rev, do you want me to bring over a sow for you? After
No.
we have our first litter?
You just had a litter.
I know. After we have our first litter, then you have ones to expand.
I got 2 sows now.
Okay.
But it would be a different. It would be a different line, though. It wouldn't be it would be a different line because the two sows I have now are sisters.
We can switch.
Yeah. We can do that. Go ahead and make the trip, and I'll stay here.
That's fine.
And we'll switch. And then,
we're retired. We can do that.
That's fine with me.
We're going to Oklahoma anyways.
Yeah, it's just a little bit farther. It's not much farther.
A little bit,
It's up the road.
Yeah. It's like 3 more days.
So I can't tell if the problem's me or if it's Rev.
It's you.
I hate to point fingers at you, Rob.
Oh, he's off again.
I love pointing fingers at Rob.
You're not doing a very good job at it. It's on the other side, Debbie. The other way, Debbie.
Not for me.
It looks like it's that.
Okay, we got to quit picking on Rob.
That's a good point.
But it's so fun.
Push him out. Push him out.
Wow.
Push him out.
Probably be getting off here, so if you don't hear from me.
You mean getting a lot of rain here?
Okay. Yeah, it was nice to see you again there, Elijah.
Elijah has some pretty birds. Oh my gosh. His chickens are gorgeous.
You know, I keep going online trying to buy my wife some of them birds with the fancy hair and stuff like that, but they're always sold out. You know, my wife wants some of them exotic chickens.
Yeah, we have the top hats coming, but not until September. And we ordered them 3 months ago.
Yeah, so she has 9 coming.
I wanted 2. So everybody, I want y'all to know, you can call me the chicken lady, but he's really the chicken lady. I go for 2, and he always comes out with 8 or 9 or 10 or 12. He's the reason why I have all the chickens.
And by the way, they got a lot of chickens at Coastal.
Yeah,
there's a whole bunch of chickens. You better go check them out.
You are not allowed. Unless you're
Rob, you are contributing to the delinquency.
Yeah.
No,
you're building another coop.
I'm tired of building coops. 5 is enough.
And the turkeys?
Well, so why am I
done with turkeys? They eat a lot and they stink. Yeah, I think I'm done with turkeys. I tried it. I'm done.
One more pig question for you guys before I cut out again. Is during the processing of pigs, how did it go for all you guys? So except Rev, he hasn't done his yet, but I know John Pearson did his own, and but I just want to know how your experience was with processing your IPP for the freezers.
So far, so good. The guy that did the kill, he, I mean, it was like perfect shot every time. Dropped them the minute it hit, they just dropped. Yeah. No jerking around or anything like that. He knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
And tomorrow we get our meat. So only have to wait for is the bacon, and it's been less than 2 weeks.
Yeah, the bacon takes a little bit to cure. I mean, it's usually 7 to 10 days in the cure, and then it's going to be drying time, and then smoking, and all that kind of stuff. So.
Yeah, I figure probably the end of next week is when we'll get the bacon.
Yeah, you know, with the processing on mine, I have it just set up. Somebody had told me, and I don't know if I got it on YouTube or from somebody around here, but if you go from the ear to the eye and the ear to the eye, and then right in that cross section between the ear and the eye, for me and my pigs and the dispatching that we've done here at our place, it is just good night. So
yeah. Well, you know you done it right if the feet just fold up underneath and they just drop.
And that's it. And that's
Yep.
it.
So Rob, when you had your last one done,
Yep.
you had Smokehouse do it, right? Well, the person that bought him had Smokehouse come out, right? Did you
Yeah.
see the difference between your first batch and this one?
Seemed pretty much the same. The only thing I did ask him about it, he said that he used a different bullet than the other group that I used. He says he uses steel tipped bullets with pigs that have thick bone in their forehead. So he went to the higher a 22 normal Magnum with a steel bullet.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, but he dropped the same and did have some twitching and stuff, which was normal, and it looked just the same as my other 4 I did before that.
See, ours didn't have the twitching, huh?
He just dropped and he was done.
Yeah. Yeah. That the first go around over here for me, and like I said, we just finished the second. The first go around, I used a just because I wanted to make sure. I used one of my ARs, and buddy of mine helped me process the pigs and everything. And he kept the heads because he makes called scrapple. I don't know. It's some sort of meat and mixture. He makes a loaf, puts it in the freezer, cuts a couple slices, fries it up in the morning. Anyway, but he did say that he doesn't recommend using the AR. It's too much. Too much
Scrambled brains.
Yeah, it shatters the bone.
It didn't make a mess of the body or anything, below the head, but he said it did make for a pretty, what he called a brainy scrapple.
Yeah.
Wow.
He goes, I had to pick the brain out of the nose. So this last go around, we used a 22 Magnum. It worked fantastic. Both did a great job.
Yeah, so mine all went pretty much the same. All the people that came out, the different companies, both did pretty much. It looked identical, so I didn't see any big differences between the different processor. But all the pigs dropped immediately, and I just I don't know what to say about that. I watched carefully when they were shooting, but there still is a reaction after they drop. But my understanding is that's very normal.
Yeah.
Well, I expect some twitching, but like that one I came on and watched with you, that was a lot.
Yeah.
Well, the one thing I like though is this guy that came out and did ours. He was amazing. He had that thing all 5 of them skinned and in the truck and pulling out in 3 hours.
Well, that's who Rob just had do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So that's why I was asking him if he's seen a difference between.
Except I got a younger guy. You said you got a.
Now this guy's older. He's like 49.
Yeah,
45,
so I may not have gotten the same guy.
Yeah, maybe not.
Oh, maybe not.
Yeah, he's definitely older and he is fast.
So our pigs were so friendly. Our pigs walked right up to him.
Yeah.
Like, la-da-da. So he didn't have to chase. The only one that he had
Which means what?
The only one he had to actually do anything was Esther, who was our oldest girl from the last breed. He had to push her up to him. But other than that, the other ones, they walk right up to him. Here I am.
So I guess for my 2 cents with my pigs real quick is we're down to 5 pigs. I only have 1 more breeder to sell. And I have some people dialoguing with me a little bit on it. So that leaves me with four pigs, and 3 of them are sows, but one's a gilt actually. So we're kind of getting to a point where I can't seem to get Maggie pregnant, or at least we don't know yet. She's going into her 5th week with Sparky, and we can't tell right now, but we may just put all 3 females in with Sparky and see what happens.
Oh, man. That's a lot of pigs.
But, yeah, but we got to find out if I got a broken Sparky.
Right.
You're gonna find out the hard way.
He's gonna be right back to where he was.
Yeah, but one thing I haven't done very well is I haven't been advertising very well about my pigs, and every time I do, I have success. So I don't know what's holding me back. So I advertised a little bit that I had some 2 pigs, and before you know it, someone contacted me and bought one. So I've got 1 more pig to sell right now. You can have a pig right now. Get them processed. I just talked to the smokehouse. They said they'll still take in reservations. So yeah, if you want to get a pig and have them processed, I think you could get it done before July. But end of July, they said. So which just kind of brings me to probably time to do a commercial. Times have changed, and we're all looking for healthier food to eat. That's why we created Central Oregon Grown. Central Oregon Grown is designed to bring healthy food to your family. What really makes us special is we bring you Idaho Pasture pigs, providing our area with quality pork. But that's not all. We also provide eggs, fresh whole chickens. We will be providing local beef and other special foods that come from the region. Just go to centraloregongrown.com. Take a look around. Make sure you sign up for our newsletter so you can find all of our coupons and our newest items. Our goal is to provide quality food at a reasonable price. So come visit Central Oregon Grown and see what we can do for your family.
Okay,
so there. And by the way, I've sold one of my chickens already.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so
Good job.
we do have whole chickens. I can only sell them from the homestead. But if you're interested in trying a non-chemical chicken that's been spoiled rotten,
Pretty much.
we've got some left. Anyway, so yeah, I got to get the word out. I don't even know if the website works yet. I haven't even read a test on it. So
How did
if
you
you
sell
use,
the chicken? Wasn't it on your
I've been
website?
selling them directly. Just people coming over.
Oh, word of mouth.
Yeah, and
we sold
that's
ours.
fine too. You don't have to use the website, but I I haven't been pushing it because I'm not trying to create a whole bunch of work right now because we had Sherry just do a colonoscopy and we were doing the RV and we was like, let's not get too involved. And I still got people coming over for eggs and pork on a regular basis. So it's like, I'm not trying to overdo it. So
Speaking of eggs,
yeah,
Debbie is getting more and more eggs every day.
My babies are laying.
Nice.
you have to start on Crooked River Ranch. There's a site called Egg Exchange. You might want to start posting on there that you got eggs.
Okay. Hey, anybody want any silky roosters? I got
Some
4
what?
of them.
Any what?
Silky roosters.
Oh,
I'll even bring it to you, John.
I know you would.
If I go to John's,
They say 50% chance of getting a rooster. Oh no, I get 100%. I gotta admit, I got a new chicken, and that was my doing. So I have a hen that is a white silky. So I'm probably gonna keep one of my roosters. But yeah, her name's Lucy, and she is as friendly as any
she
of
walks
them.
around carrying her. And
I brought her in the house today, and he goes, I thought we weren't going to have any more chickens in the house.
She's been walking around like it's a
It's my pet.
puppy dog.
so you guys sure it's not a rooster?
This one is not a rooster. You can tell the difference. Now that I have a hen, you can definitely tell the difference. And their crow is not like a regular rooster. it's a lot quieter. But yeah, I got 4 of them. And I posted them on Craigslist, and somebody was going to come and get them, and of course, a no-show. But yeah, so if anybody knows anybody that wants a silky, I've got them.
All right. So the other thing I was going to talk about in this show was to make sure and talk about anything unusual with people's gardens. So how well your gardens are doing, what's been good, what's been bad, and what's been unexpected.
Her
Anybody wants?
garden's going crazy. Everything's growing.
Yeah, I got squash, I got cucumbers, I got tomatoes, I got onions, I got carrots. So I have a garden this year, guys.
Nice.
I'm proud. Last year I missed it. This year I was not going to miss it. But we'll see, because we're going on vacation in 2 weeks, so we'll see. But thank God for Amy and the girls. They're going to come over and water and take care of my babies.
Nice.
Cool.
Well, I tell you
So
what, on mine, all my stuff is doing good. All of my green beans are coming up, and my zucchini's coming up. It's slow to go, but my cucumbers are doing pretty well. My spaghetti squash doing well. All my peppers are doing great. But I'm going to be honest. So this year I planted 2 types of corn. One of them was the candy corn that Rob recommended, and one was the bodacious that I plant almost. I didn't plant it last year, but I planted it every year prior to that, and I've always had great results with it. And I have 6 long rows of corn. 2 of them are the candy corn, 4 of them are the bodacious. And in those 2 rows of candy corn, I have more germinated growing corn than I have in the other 4 rows of the goddamn bodacious. It pisses me off.
Weird.
And why do you think that is?
I don't know.
I planted bodacious here.
Huh?
But I did 1 row of bodacious here. But they look like they're coming up, but they're pretty much the same as the candy corn.
Mine, you can tell.
Rub it in, Rob.
Tell totally different what's coming in. Well, I think that bag I gave you was the last good bag. So
Well, I appreciate.
Okay, we'll go with that, John.
Yeah.
candy corn looks great, and just the 2 rows of candy corn, I'm going to have more corn than I know what to do with. And with the others, it's going to be great. But it's a little disappointing because I did everything exactly the same. And they say that the candy corn had a 97%, 96% germination, where the bodacious was 90%. Man, I tell you what, that candy corn was 100%, and the bodacious, my stuff, probably 60%.
Interesting.
Wow.
How about what's going on in North Carolina? Your stuff. How's your hydroponics going?
The hydroponics is going all right. The garden in general has been, a learning experience for us here. We've never done anything like either one of them before. The outdoor garden is a total loss for this year. I didn't do quite a few things right, and I'm going to be better prepared next year, hopefully, for that. The hydro garden we've had ups and downs. We've had, we're about to harvest our second harvest of lettuce already, and it's come out great. We've got broccoli that's come out great, and beans and stuff. But some things, we didn't expect. We're using the deep water culture method, and where we used wood as a top to put our net cups in, it is now growing like some kind of fungus underneath or mold, and we're going to have to change that and start anew with something different that's inorganic. I get like a plastic or something. So it's been a learning experience, but we've had a couple of successes, but nothing that's nothing so bad that we're getting frustrated or anything like that. Just steady learning is what we're doing.
So do I need to fill up the truck with some rabbit poop for you?
No. I have quite a lot of fertilizer around this place already.
Okay.
He's got pig poop. Oh
How's
God.
your stuff doing, Rob? Okay.
What's that?
How's all your stuff doing? Okay.
Actually, we're killing it. I got a laugh though. You probably saw some of the excerpts of it. I planted what's actually called giant, and I thought they were going to be
Giant
big,
Spinach?
but these things are these things look like beets. They're so big.
Are you talking about your spinach?
Well, spinach is going crazy too.
What you cut out? We don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, my radishes.
Radish.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was actually called giant radishes, and believe me,
yeah,
they were
like this.
Yeah.
they're gigantic.
Dang.
So, but yeah, it's been fun to grow. I just wanted to try something new, but yeah, everything's growing good.
His spinach is huge too.
Yeah, and I've got. If you need more spinach, come over. All the stuff you cut, it's
Yeah.
already replenished and as big.
It came back. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So anyway,
Now the leaves on that thing was like this big. Huge.
Yeah, her lettuce is doing the same thing over here. She cuts it down and it comes right back within a week.
I know I had to cut a whole bunch of mine back and give them out. I took them out to I gave them out to the chickens and stuff. But anyway, yeah, it's going good. I'm having a hard time keeping up, or I'm having a hard time harvesting and having time to cook it. It seems like there's always something going on around here, and I'm cutting back on all the things I've been doing. I'm retired and I'm swamped.
Your gate
my gate, I got that fixed.
Really?
So yeah, last night I was all evening. I worked on that, so it's all replaced. It replaced all the brackets, the whole work. So it's
even
it's working
problems
again, but yeah, it's like it just seems like it's like I'm supposed to be retired. I'm supposed to be relaxing. I'm supposed to be enjoying the time. But
now, when you have a homestead, honey.
I know it's terrible this year, but
well, John has
so it is what it is.
John has the poles in for the boars paddock. All we have to do is hang the fence now.
Yeah,
it's always something.
It's almost done.
I'm just waiting for John Pearson to invite us over to try out his newest batch of cider, but he just does.
Yeah, his new campground.
And check out his new campground.
For the first time in a long time, the front porch cider taps are a little dry. I gotta process a couple more batches. I've got them ready to go. I just got to get them kegged and carbonated and stuff. But yeah, hey, you're welcome anytime. It'd be awesome.
I wonder how that would.
What was that?
After our vacation,
Rev.
I wonder how it would ship east. Is it okay to ship cider east of the Mississippi? You know.
I'll tell you what. When my sons were deployed in Afghanistan and Iraq, I shipped them stuff I wasn't supposed to. So it can happen. Don't worry about
it.
Good job.
Awesome.
We'll bring some over for you when we bring that pig.
Yeah, that'd be great. But leave those roosters.
Huh?
Yeah.
Just leave those roosters, and that's fine. I'll accept the rabbit.
I'll talk to your wife about that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they'll invite you over for chicken soup.
Yeah, right?
Right.
Did you guys know that? I did not know this, but silkies have black meat.
Really?
Look at John's face. Yes.
That's gross.
Yeah, they have black meat. Good night,
Jack.
But yeah, I did not know that until the lady that gave me Lucy is the same lady that gave me my first Silky Roger, who is a rooster. But yeah, she showed me. She showed me the skin, and she said the meat is black as well.
That's weird.
Lesson learned today.
So, did you buy those to eat or just be pets?
No,
I think it would be too hard to clean them myself.
I have small hands. Cornish cake.
I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to eat them after I heard that about the meat.
Yeah. So no. Roger
I'm not
was
going there.
living with Roger was living with other roosters and was getting picked on.
Hmm.
And so she called me up and asked me if I wanted Roger because I was advertising on, I think, next door that I was looking for silkies. And then this one here was getting picked on, so she called me up. So that's how I got them.
Gotcha.
So I tried to pawn her off with the boys, and so she's looking for homes for them too.
Funny over here, we get like a lot of eggs every day, from 10 to 15 a day. And then if people don't constantly come over here, we end up getting quite a bit of eggs, like 40, 50, 60 backlogged. And so we're going, okay, it looks like we're going to have to freeze dry. Just about the time we're ready to freeze dry, it seems like everybody comes over at once, and we sold almost everything. We've done this like 3 weeks in a row where we'll have 40, 50, 60 eggs in the refrigerator and sell them all the next day. And it's like, it's like, I can't figure a pattern out of what, when people are buying eggs, but when people buy eggs from us, they buy high quantities. So, but yeah, lots of eggs over
I'm
here.
surprised you can sell any with the cost going down as much as it is. I've seen eggs in the grocery store for $1.20 a dozen last week.
Yeah.
Not here.
It's a little different out there, huh?
Oh yeah.
It's almost what is it? Almost $6.
Wow.
Even if you buy them off a farm, there's a farm down the street that sells them for $3 a dozen for brown eggs and $2 a dozen for white.
Yeah,
Wow.
no, nothing is
Crazy.
dropped.
It's crazy lower.
Yeah, nothing's dropped here yet.
Yeah, we sell ours for
Showing up,
$4 a dozen.
our gas prices are even back up over $4.
That's what it is.
I mean, that's even that was super low for here. When I seen it, I was like, oh my gosh, $1.20.
Yeah.
Why do I even have chicken? Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Except they're watery eggs.
Yeah.
Yep. You can definitely tell the difference after having your own.
Definitely.
It's hard to have them in the restaurants.
Well, guys, it's been kind of a hard day on the internet here, but we're getting to the end of the show.
Yeah, you got two.
I want to thank everybody that's on panel here for coming and showing up. Thank you for telling your IPP, which is Idaho Pasture Pig Stories. If you're watching this show or watching it later, if you have questions about Idaho Pasture pigs and why we like them and stuff, we can get in more details for you. Leave questions in the comments or write us a note on Facebook. We'll be happy to answer your questions. And it's going to be interesting in the fall, especially between John and Debbie and ourselves. You guys are going to probably do piglets, and I've got to kind of get some going a little bit here to kind of keep up my breeding program. So there could be a lot of piglets in the future, and and how we're going to deal with them. So should be interesting conversations.
Yeah, I think we're going to do
panel. Thank you very much for participating, and I want to thank everybody that's been watching the show. Please, you're not going to do them in fall?
We haven't made up our mind yet.
John?
No.
I lost you.
That's what he thinks.
Gotcha. All right, guys, we got to head on out, but I want to thank you again for watching, and we'll talk to you all. So have a great day. Bye now.
Bye, everyone.
Graphics.
As soon as I hit the right button.
There you go.
I'm trying to get my graphics. Hold on. I'm not getting my graphics. All right, I'm going to end the show. So, all right, have a good day. I can't get my graphics to work.
Your graphics were working.
They were working on my end.
They were working on.
Yeah, I see.